Okay, and I'm back. So what I did is I went and switched the overdrive to a clean channel. And again, I'm on the Lunchbox 2, the EVH Lunchbox 2 with the concentric controls. And I'm still in the bridge position just to show you where to find. It's easier to find your harmonics in the bridge position. And now that I'm on the clean channel, it'll be even more important to find those harmonics in the bridge position. Okay, so here we go. So remember, the ninth and the fourth are the same. Okay, so again, you can pick these up too, but they're a little more punchy in the clean setting. For you to get them, you need to kind of hit about as hard as you would in the overdrive setting, which, I mean, it's okay, but it's okay to hit them here in the clean channel, but in the overdrive channel, it just, to me, is a lot more desirable to hear that. It's a little more satisfying, I guess, is what I'm saying. So here it is on the A string. So I'm just skipping around. So let's see what it sounds like when you put it in the middle position. It's okay there. Here's A string. So it seems to give up over here when you're going lower in the frets. And as the harmonic pitch goes higher and higher and higher, in the middle position, it seems to give up. In other words, they don't speak as clearly. Here's the neck pickup. Sounded pretty good. Pretty good there. For a clean channel, that sounds really good. So there's where you start having problems, is on the B string and the E string. Also, I have the delay on, so that's kind of affecting what you hear. But I mean, as you can see, you can hit all your harmonics here, 12th fret. You can hit them on the 9th, you can hit them on the 7th, you can hit them on the 5th, 4th, middle of 4th, 3rd, middle of 3rd, 2nd, and the further you go this way, the tighter they become. And the more harmonics you can find, especially with a high gain channel setting. And again, you don't have to have one of these amps. I'm just showing you that a high gain amp or a high gain setting can get you those sounds. I really like line 6. I had a line 6 practice amp that was just as monstrous as this, pretty much. I mean, it didn't crank out as loud as this one did, or does, but that little line 6 for a practice amp gets the same quality sound. And you can get that high overdrive, that high gain setting on those amps. And you just got to tweak them. You just keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking until you get that overgain tone, and you can get those overtones really easy and make it sound like an EVH amp. Okay? And for practice purposes, I mean, what more could you ask for? And those are they're not very expensive amps. And I don't get money to promote line 6. I don't get money to promote anything I have. These are things I've bought because I've wanted to collect them over the years. And this is what I've got. This is what I happen to have right now. And I'm really glad that I made these purchases. Most of the time, I bought these things because I've tried them out somewhere. And I've liked them. One thing that I've realized is that putting the Fender EVH guitars, putting those together with the Fender EVH amps is probably the best way to go. Okay, because they're just kind of designed to go together. When I go to my Guthrie Govin, I have to kind of change the settings and things to get. It takes me a while to find the sound that I want with the EVH. Again, I plug this one in, and almost every setting on that amp is good to go with this guitar. So, and I also have the 50-watt version of the head and the 2x12 matching cab. That's in my garage. It's all covered up and everything. It doesn't get that cold and doesn't get that hot right now, so it's been in the garage. Once it starts heating up a lot, I will bring it back in. But that amp, same thing. You plug this guitar into that amp, and it just sounds amazing. And that's because this is the Mexican version of it. And I mean, you can buy a lot of Mexican-made guitars, and a lot of them are going to sound really, really good. But I just feel like the EVH Wolfgang, anything EVH. I've even tried the Indonesian version, and that one sounded really good through the EVH amp. The latest, I think the latest version of the overseas amp, guitar rather, sounds really good as well. I believe they're also made in Indonesia, and they might be Korean. I'm not quite sure. But I've gone into places like Sam Ash in San Antonio, and they usually have stuff like that hanging around on the walls. Or you could go to the Guitar Center in San Antonio and find those guitars and try them out yourself and see what you think. But yeah, I like these guitars, and I would not feel bad if I convinced you to buy one of these guitars. I would be really happy that there's another person playing one of these guitars, you know. But anyway, these Harmonics, really easy to get. If you have any questions, go ahead and post a question, and my nephew, who's been helping me out, will relay some of those questions to me rather, and I will get back to you probably within a couple of days, 2 days at most. And if the question pertains to what I'm teaching or talking about today, go ahead and ask, and I'll answer as soon as possible. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.